I am back. Welcome back, guys, to your SummerSlam review series, and I am back with SummerSlam 2006. And SummerSlam 2006, I would say that it was an okay show. It wasn't that bad, but like I said, I still think that SummerSlam 2006 for me was an okay show. I wouldn't say it was my favorite SummerSlam to watch. It was, I don't know, to me something was off. I don't know what it was, but yeah. I just wasn't feeling it at the time, and going back watching it now, I'm still feeling like there's still something missing between this. We had some like short matches, like 10 to 15 minute matches. I don't know if that was the reason why. I don't know, but yeah, let's get into the SummerSlam anyway. So we have Chavo Guerrero versus Rey Mysterio for the opener of SummerSlam. So obviously the backstory behind this was obviously Rey, who won the Royal Rumble in 2006, give this tribute to Eddie. Then Randy Orton did that horrible thing about, said, that thing about Eddie and stuff. But and then obviously WrestleMania would have won the belt. Now my problem with this is that Eddie died in 2005, November 13th, 2005, and I knew where I was at that. I knew where I actually knew where I was that day. No, yeah, I know. I was actually I was hanging out with some friends at the time, and I heard Eddie Guerrero passed away, and I was like so devastated because he was the guy that got me into it. But anyway, that's the story. That's the story for another day. But anyway, um, going back into this match here, like I said, the one thing is I didn't like about 2006 is how they exploited Eddie's death so many times in storylines. I know it was cool to do it for WrestleMania to maybe get some heel heat on a Randy Orton and Kurt Angle, but when you're exporting Eddie's death near a year later, at SummerSlam 2006, I find it a bit disrespectful from the WWE that they didn't come up with a better solution than just keep coming up with, oh, this is for Eddie, this is for Eddie. You know what I mean? I think it was a bit, in my opinion, disrespectful, and they should have stopped doing that right away. Chavo defeats him with the frog splash, and he says that only a Guerrero can hit the frog splash. So yeah, and then also this led into an I Quit match and whatever. So yeah, this was after Ray's terrible world title run in 2006. And then we had Big Show defending his ECW championship against Boo. This was first time ECW, the brand, the WWE version, actually had a SummerSlam match. So it was Big Show versus Sabu. Sabu making his SummerSlam debut. In an Extreme Rules match, I thought it was pretty short here. We had a few table spots, stair spots. A bit short for me. I would like to see it go a bit longer, but like I said, Big Show retains his title. Hulk Hogan versus Randy Orton. Now, I thought the story to this was pretty decent. It was basically a knockoff of Bully Ray. It was like the only way to explain this Hulk Hogan and Randy Orton feud from 2005, 2006 was Bully Ray and Brooke from TNA, like from 2012, but many years earlier. So it was like Randy Orton and Brooke Hogan, way before Bully and Brooke. You know what I mean? So that was the same story that TNA did. TNA copied the same story WWE did with Brooke Hogan, but just with Bully Ray this time out. They had Randy Orton in WWE, so they had Bully Ray in TNA. That's what it was basically. And Hogan got pissed and whatever, and then this led to a SummerSlam match. And lo and behold, Hulk Hogan, brother, got a win back because it's the Hulkster brother. He's got to get his win back, brother, oh brother. Even though he defeated Shawn Michaels the year before, and yeah, he got his win again, brother. So yeah, Hogan was with a leg drop, and that was Randy Orton. He was in there with Hulk Hogan, so I wouldn't say that was a bad thing. I mean, the only bad thing was that he didn't win the match, but yeah. Then we get Flair versus Mick Foley. Mick Foley and Ric Flair. I thought, in my opinion, that feud in 2006 was one of my favorites. I thought, I really enjoyed that these two guys feuding. I know that they had general heat as well in this feud. Flair always positioned Foley as a stuntman. He wasn't a real wrestler. And then also Foley get pissed off, and then he had an I Quit match. I think he had a match at Vengeance and stuff like that. But this match here, I thought it was a good match. I think it should have been a lot better, but we had some barbed wire spots. Flair gets busted open. We have tacks. But after that, Melina comes down to the ring. She's pleading Flair to stop it, and Flair gets some barbed wire. He's trying to knock Melina out with his barbed wire. And then Flair's like, I quit, just to save Melina. So Flair wins the match. And then we have after that Batista Batista versus King Booker. King Booker's your world champion. Um, I mean, in my opinion, I just think it's like King Booker versus Batista matches. The only interesting thing I liked about this feud was the backstage brawl they had at the SummerSlam photo shoot in 2006 when they both said, fuck it, we're going to both go in a room and kick each other's ass to see who's the better man. And Batista kicked, Booker T kicked Dave Batista's ass. The same Dave Batista who is a fucking big star in Hollywood right now got kicked, Booker T kicked his ass, and I thought that was pretty awesome. But yeah, Booker T retains by DQ. I did like King Booker in 2006, so I thought that was pretty awesome. I like the character, and also this was still obviously building up Batista. He was still strong as well at this time. He wasn't getting booed by the fans. The fans were still into Batista as well, which was pretty cool. Then we had DX versus the McMahons in a tag team match. I thought that this was an okay match. It wasn't that bad. DX win, and that was it. They would continue feuding with them at I think it was not Survivor Series. I don't know. I think the next pay-per-view they were feuding with Big Show and the McMahons, and because I remember that when Vince gets shoved into Big Show's ass. Oh my god, I don't want to talk about it. Edge, and then we get to our main event. It's the WWE titles on the line. Edge defending his WWE title against John Cena. Thought that this was a good match here. I wouldn't say that this was a bad match. This was a really good match here. Anytime the Edge and the John Cena had good matches at this point in 2006, that it was good. They had a great TLC match on Raw. I remember very well. I think Cena did win that match, but you look back at Cena versus Edge from 2006 to 2009, they had some really kick-ass matches. I look at obviously what I just mentioned there, Raw, TLC 2006. They had obviously this SummerSlam match where Edge defeated John Cena in his hometown. I know he won with brass knucks, but whatever. Edge retained his title, and obviously this feud was really awesome in the Russo Aggression era, and it also established Edge as a top star in the WWE. It really this John Cena Edge storyline solidified John Cena and Edge as top stars in the WWE. And I know people are going to say, oh, well, fans turned on John Cena. I know they was turning on John Cena, but it established two main event guys, and obviously they would go on to win obviously 16 world titles, and I don't know how many Edge won, maybe 11 or 12, but him and John Cena won a ton of world titles after that, and it's credit to this feud, man. Like, if him and Cena didn't work together, these two guys put each other on the map, and I've got to give them both credit for that. Anyway, that is my SummerSlam 2006 review, guys. What do you guys think of the show? I thought it was an okay, decent show. I wouldn't say it was my favorite SummerSlam to watch, but if you want to see some decent wrestling and good storylines, then you should check out this SummerSlam. I thought it was pretty good. But like I said, I think something was off. I don't know what it was, but yeah, that's my SummerSlam review, guys, and I'll check you later.